Alright, we're in DaVinci Resolve right now. This is the project that we're talking about. You've already seen this cinematic sequence in my latest upload about the Z-Deck Molos X60 RGB light. It's a very nice light. I'll say it again, I think it is the future of lighting gear for independent YouTubers and even small crews running and gunning. Basically, you should give that video a watch. We're in DaVinci Resolve. This is the way I normally edit, and this is the cinematic sequence. I'll choose a frame that's from the first shot basically and go into the color panel, and we'll see what exactly was done and whatever, right? There are 6 nodes, I think just 5 of them are active. For me it's a very basic grade because everything that I needed to do was done in the shoot with lights. So let me just break it down for you. This one does nothing. This one is a little, I think, exposure and a little color tweak. This is just to bring those teal hues from the shadows and a little bit more of an exposure tweak. So let me just cancel both of these. And you can see the image with only 3 nodes looks very nice, right? But let's see what does what. This one is basically just sharpening. So because it was shot on a C70, it needs a little bit of oomph in terms of sharpening. The second node is color space transform. It was shot in C-Log2s and Canon C70 gamut, as you can see, and I converted it to Rec 709. You'll see, this is what it does. You can see the waveform expands, and yeah. And the first node for me is basic adjustments, a little bit color temperature tweaks, and a little bit of a gain tweak. Once I add 2 nodes, it looks incredible. And the sharpen node, and then this little tweak which just shifts the colors a little bit, and this one isn't even needed. Let's go to another clip, right? This one is the same exact thing. Let me see if there is something that is a little different. This one is a shot that I really like, actually. Yeah, I really do like this shot and how it turned out. Let me just pick a frame. Doesn't really matter. And let's see. This one, the same. You've already seen it. This one just makes it a little more greenish. This one actually is not necessary, just exposure. But within color space transform, this is where everything happens, and here there were some things that happened. Let's see what happened exactly. My white balance was way off, you see, and tint was also way off, and even my exposure was way off. There weren't any lights set up for this shot, but there was a light in the background, and I thought it was gonna be close enough, and it was close enough. And as you can see, the final image is superb. It's not the most clinical, of course, but it does look superb. And yeah, I wanted to show you a little more, but there really isn't any more here. It's just basic grading, and that's just because I shoot in C-Log, and on a C70 you don't need to overexpose or underexpose. It's not like any other camera I've used before. Because of the DGO sensor in the C70, and just a little rundown, right? Because of the DGO deck in the sensor, basically you don't need to overexpose. it doesn't give you anything. So when you overexpose and bring it down in post, you don't gain any highlight retention or shadow details. You don't gain anything. So when you're shooting with the C70 in C-Log, you need to expose correctly. And that is a little different for me, because coming from this one, the R3, you need to overexpose by a little, like 1 to 2 stops basically every time, and then you bring it down in post to get rid of some noise. But in the C70 it's not like that. So I'm still working on my shooting abilities with the C70, but I think from one of the first projects with this camera, it turned out really nicely, and I'm really happy with it. And hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a quick one, but if you did, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!